Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Build the Delorean with Eagle Moss. This is going to be issue number 32. Let's get started. This is the issue that I have been dreading, because we're going to start with the electronics. This is the part that scared me the most when I placed my order for this car. I am very, very poor with electronics, and this thing supposedly has all sorts of little gadgets in it. The flux capacitor turns on, the headlights turn on, it's got turn signals, brake lights. Supposedly it even has a radio. So this is where all that is going to start, where we are going to be installing the battery box. But Eagle Moss promises that even a fool can put together this model, and I have survived so far. So I guess we'll see. This is what we're going to be following this episode. And then we've got an article here. This is actually something that I didn't know. They were only planning on making one sequel, but it got so long that they turned it into two. So they saved a ton of money on making two movies instead of one, because the extra film only cost them an extra $20 million. And yeah, they made bank. And then a little article on saving the clock tower. So, without further ado, let's get started. We've got our battery box and the battery box housing. So the first thing we're going to do, I guess I should say before we even get started, this is our battery box. And we put a little piece of electrical tape on the back of it because this section here was pretty loose. That may or may not come back and bite us later. We're not even going to know if this thing works for probably several issues still. So all we can do is install it and hope for the best. And then if there's a problem, we're going to have to contact Eagle Moss and they'll send us another one of these, and then we're going to have to take the whole thing apart and put this one back in there. So that could potentially be horrible. But we're not going to know that for a while, so we might as well just press on. So here's our housing unit. The battery box is going to go into the housing unit. Here's our little switch to turn it on. And that's going to need to go in this little housing right here. So that needs to go in the front. And we need to make sure that we've got the wires put in there just right, so that they're not rubbing on anything. And there it is. You can hear it snap into place on there. So now we're going to screw it in using FP screws. So here's our FP screws. And my handy dandy tweezers that I always have for these builds because the screws are so freaking small. And it looks like we're going to need 3 of them. And I'm going to try screwdriver number 1. All these pieces are plastic, so I'm try to be very careful on how much pressure I'm putting on this thing to get the screw to go in. Okay. And one more. Then we need to put the switch into the housing. So here's our little switch. It looks like it needs to come around the front. Okay, I guess it just goes in like that. This one shows the switch on the other side. Not sure that matters that much. If I put it in that way, it crosses the wires.
It's not going to matter if it crosses the wires. It crosses the wires in the picture.
Okay. Okay, so there's our little switch.
And that's only if it's off or on. We don't know if it's on or off.
Yeah, and there's no way to know, and we won't know for several episodes. So, now we're going to put it into the car.
So, but
I'm kind of wondering what's going to hold that switch in place and keep it from falling out of there.
Isn't there a cover?
No. That's going to be the next issue.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The next issue is the cover. Maybe the cover has an on and off, and
Yeah, perhaps.
we might have to change that once we figure out which one on and off is.
Okay, so in this one the car is facing the other direction. So we basically just want to mirror what we're seeing here, which means the wire needs to come out of this little hole right here.
Okay.
Okay, just like that.
And we're done?
No.
Oh.
If only it were that easy. So, now we're going to need to turn the car upside down.
And hold that in place.
More than likely.
Because that's not in, right?
It didn't click into place or anything.
Okay.
So we got to flip the car over, and then I have to screw...
That's going to hit the engine.
Yeah, maybe this way.
I don't know if that's smart. Like... Okay, got it.
And we need 3 FP screws. I'll get these in as quickly as I can.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and screw these down tight because there shouldn't be any finagling of this thing. It only goes in one way.
Just don't strip them.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering where the cat is, I fed it.
Nobody's going to be noticing that unless they watch both these episodes back to back.
Oh, yeah. Yes, but I said last time I should have fed the cat first before doing the video. This time I fed the cat first. So
Yes,
the cat won't be in the video.
We have peace and quiet for the moment. Oh, he's coming up behind you.
Oh, great.
Shouldn't have mentioned anything.
You just won't call him by name. Then maybe he won't say anything. Are you pushing up? Is that why it's going away from me?
I'm pushing up on this side, yes.
Yes, well, you're pushing it away from me.
Well, I don't want to put all the pressure on your hand. I need to support it while I'm...
Yeah, but you're not holding onto the case. So when you're pushing up, I'm like, you're... Okay.
Okay, it's in.
That's what she said.
Now we have to turn it back over again. I'm really worried about that. It's just hanging out there like that.
Is it loose or something, or did it pop in?
No, it didn't pop in, so it could potentially fall out.
It seems to be in there okay. You can put a little piece of tape on it if you want.
Okay, so we're going to start from over here. And now we need to pin down this wire.
Pin down this wire?
Yes, in 3 sections.
Oh, with little tiny pin down things. Yeah, right here. See, right here. There. And right there. And right there. So it's going to go just like that. All across right there. So, yep. Okay. So we want to start with this one. Right like that.
Okay, the screw goes on the outside on this one. These have a little notch on them. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. The notch goes into the hole, and then a screw goes on the other
Notch.
side.
Okay. On the other side?
Yeah, we got 2 holes.
Oh.
One has a notch, one has a screw.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the other side is and flip it around.
Okay, and then a cam screw.
Okay, that's getting a little... There we go. Oh, I see it. Alright, see? That's what he was talking about. Little hole.
Holy cow, these screws are tiny.
Oh, it moved over. Yeah, you might want to do that way.
Yeah, well, this thing's supposed to be magnetic, and it's not. It's going to make this nearly impossible. Poopsie agrees.
Oh, did you get it?
Well, now it's on there, but the notch is not on the other side.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
There we go.
You got it? Got the notch in the hole?
Yeah.
Alright. There we go. Nice and tight because it's not going to go anywhere. Alright.
Okay,
Next
so
one.
it looks like the key is to just get the screw where it needs to go, but then leave it loose so that you can move the other side and then get the little notch into place.
There's a little rivet here where the wire goes.
Okay, on this one the screw is on the inside and the notch is on the outside. Like that.
Okay. It moved again. You want me to hold the notch?
Stick your finger on the notch and see if you can keep it in place.
Got it?
Yeah. Extra set of hands is very helpful, folks.
Yay, I'm useful.
I would highly suggest putting this thing together as a couple. It's kind of like a big fancy puzzle. But an extra set of hands is coming in handy more than once.
And then that goes along there.
Okay, the screw is on the inside once again.
You want to make sure that the wire doesn't twist around. Like that.
And this wire is a lot longer than the wire that's in the picture. But it's probably good to have a little extra on this side because we have no idea where this is getting plugged in. And we can still move this, can't we? Yes, we can. Okay. Okay, go ahead and stick your finger on there. Yeah, once you held those in place, that made this a lot easier.
Alright, there we go. And then this dangles off like that.
Okay, and that's going to be all she wrote for this episode. You can already see this is popping out, looks like.
What?
This was supposed to be flush.
It was flush? Uh-oh. No, it's not. It's not moving at all.
Oh, okay, you're right. The diagram shows that it is supposed to be indented.
Don't listen to your husband. No, check the work always.
That's why we make these, so that other people don't have to repeat our mistakes. Okay, well, that's the end of this episode. The next one, we'll be putting the cap on the battery. So, yeah,
All right.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.